Good morning, children. So let's continue with the chapter. In the last period, I told you that the earth is surrounded by the layer of air, and this is called atmosphere. The atmosphere is made up of many gases. Nitrogen and oxygen are life giving gases of the atmosphere which supports life. So these are the two gases which is life giving gases which supports life on the earth. Okay, nitrogen and oxygen. So the land, water and air present on the earth make life possible. Because of the land, water and air, the life is possible on the earth. The earth is at the right distance from the sun. As a result, it is neither too hot nor too cold. This has already been explained, okay? If the earth was to become extremely hot or extremely cold, all the plants and animal would have died. Alright, so this is the correct placement or the correct position or the right distance of the earth from the sun, which is making life possible on the earth. Now moving on, the moon. The moon is the earth's closest neighbor. Please underline. The moon is the earth's closest neighbor. It is about 400 times smaller than the sun. It only appears so big to us because it is much closer to us, to us means to earth, than other heavenly bodies. The moon moves around the earth. It does not have any light of its own. It reflects light from the sun. Since this light seems to come from the sun, from the moon, it is called moonlight. Alright. It appears to us as if moon is emitting the light, but actually the moon doesn't have its own light. Okay, the light is only reflected from the sun to the moon. Alright. The moon takes, please underline, the moon takes 28 days to go around the earth. Does it appear to be of the same shape every night? No. The shape of the moon seems to change. If you observe the moon in the sky every night, you will see that its shape changes as shown in the figure. Different phases of the moon it is called. You have to draw this diagram in your copy. So all the phases of the moon. Alright. Since the moon has no light of its own, we only see the part of the moon which is lit by the sun as it moves around the earth. The lit part of the moon always points to the sun. Alright, so whatever part of the sun of the moon is visible, so when you see the small part of the moon which is visible, that means only that part of the moon is getting lit by the sun. Alright, because it's rotating, no? So one part of some part of the moon or some small part of the moon is coming under the sun. So that part is only visible. It's lit, so visible. So when the full moon is also called Purnima. Then it starts getting smaller until on the 14th day. It is also not visible at all. This is the new moon which we call as Amavasya. Alright. In the next 14 days the moon grows bigger and bigger until we have a full moon again. So we have a full moon, right, which is called Purnima, and a moon which is just like no moon. There is nothing inside. Alright, it is not at all visible. Alright, that's called Amavasya. It's all full black. That's called new moon because from the next day you start seeing a small part of moon, then bigger and bigger. It becomes full moon after some day. Alright. Now, astronauts have gone to the moon with the help of spacecraft and rockets. They have discovered that moon has rocky mountains and sand covered plains. It is dotted with huge holes in the ground called craters. So on the land of the on the surface of the moon, you find huge holes. Okay, alright, that are called craters. There is no air or water on the moon. Scientists are learning more about the moon by studying small rocks brought back from there. So they brought the small rocks from there, and that's what they are studying. Did you know when the bright part of the moon is increasing, the moon is waxing? Okay, it is called waxing. And when it is decreasing, it is called waning. So you should know what is waxing and what is waning. More than half lit moon is called a gibbous moon, while the less than half lit moon is called the crescent moon. So children, that you have to remember what is waxing, what is waning, what is gibbous moon, and what is crescent moon. Alright, what is waxing? When the moon is, the bright part is, lit part is more than half. Bright part is more than half, and it is increasing when the bright part is increasing. When the bright part keeps increasing, that means it's waxing, and when the bright part keeps decreasing, it is waning. More than half moon is lit, it means it is gibbous. Less than half of the moon is lit, it means it is crescent. Alright. So children, here we are done with the chapter. So now we are going to do the textbook questions, and I am sending you few questions also. Alright.